The virtual the virtual hearing of the Board of License Commissioners in and for Prince George's County, Maryland, is now in session. My name is Aretha Bridgewater Sims, Board of License Chair, and I will be presiding over today's hearing. Welcome. Before we get to the first item on our agenda, please indulge me while I go over a few housekeeping items on how this virtual meeting is going to work. I trust everyone participating today is safe and well. I request your patience. As you know, technology has its challenges. So in this virtual environment, patience is a virtue that I ask each of you to embrace. And at the Board of License Commission, we endeavor to be as efficient as possible in this environment. So thank you in advance for your patience. This is a public meeting, subject to the Maryland Open Meetings Act. So a truthful, transparent, open, and honest dialogue and a record of today's hearing is required. As such, there are some formalities that will take place that may appear redundant, but nonetheless important and required to ensure compliance with the law. In that regard, I will conduct a roll call of the commissioners to ensure we have a quorum. I will conduct a roll call of the commissioners for every vote to ensure we have an accurate record. In addition, I will conduct a roll call of the Board of License Commission, faculty and staff, so that we have identified everyone on the line from our agency so that the public knows who is represented in today's hearing. I will ask everyone who testifies or who speaks today to self-identify and to speak loudly and clearly so that you can be heard. To ensure we have a quorum, I will conduct a roll call vote of the commissioners. Commissioners, when I call your name, please say present and indicate whether you are with someone or alone. Commissioner Sparkman.
Present and alone.
Commissioner Camacho.
Present and alone.
Commissioner Norman.
Present and alone.
Commissioner Smith. Commissioner Smith. All right.
Present and alone.
Thank you. And I am Commissioner Bridgewater Sims. I am present and alone. We have a quorum. Board of License faculty and staff, when I call your name, please say present and indicate whether you are with someone or alone. Director Shepherd.
Present and alone.
Chief Inspector Clark.
Present and alone.
Deputy Inspector Mendoza.
Present and alone.
Deputy Inspector Boss.
Present and alone.
Miss Patty Bell.
Present and alone.
Miss Kiana Little. Miss Kiana Little. All right, let the record show that Miss Kiana Little is not here. Miss Catrice James.
Present and alone.
Miss Ariana Posada.
Present and alone.
Miss Alicia Hughes.
Present and alone.
Agency Attorney, Mr. Jason Deloach.
Present and alone.
Court Reporter, Chris Hopper.
Present and alone.
Thank you. We are good to go. As previously mentioned, this is an open meeting, and to ensure compliance with the law and with our goal of transparency, when speaking during the hearing, please identify yourself and please speak loudly and clearly so that everyone can hear your testimony. And as a professional courtesy, when not speaking, please mute your phones. If someone from the public wishes to speak, the chair will recognize you at the end of the business on the agenda. And before I turn it over to our director, I have a final note of importance, and I need everyone to hear me on this. Everyone's voice matters at the Board of License Commission. We understand that some may be passionate about what they have to say, and passion in this regard is permissible. What is not permissible, to be sure, is if truth, facts, and respect are not grounded in your voice. So thank you in advance for being truthful, factual, and respectful during the entire proceeding today. And finally, we have a 10 days process that our director will explain. Mr. Director.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Since this hearing is taking place in a virtual setting, there's a certain exchange between our licensees and our attorneys and the commissioners that cannot take place because it is in a virtual setting. Hence, the board has instituted a 10-day rule. The 10-day rule allows our licensees and our attorneys 10 days from today's date to add items to the record. No new items that have not been discussed here today can be introduced. And if the board so chooses, they will invoke the 10-day rule and make a ruling 10 days from today's date or at the next available hearing. Madam Chair, I'm ready to begin.
All right, if there are no questions, let's get started. Mr. Director, take us through today's hearing agenda.
All right, April 28th, 2026, preliminary matters. Item number 1 is substitution of corporate officers application for Red Robin Gourmet Burgers and Brews. This is located at 15650 Excelsior Drive in Bowie, Maryland. They're represented by Ms. Linda Carter, Esquire. Ms. Carter, I'll allow you to introduce your client.
Good morning, Mr. Director, Madam Chair, members of the board. My sole client this morning is Jesse Griffith. For this case is Jesse Griffith, and I do believe he is on.
Good morning, I am on.
Mr. Griffith, could you raise your right hand for the oath, please? Do you hereby swear or affirm under penalty of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, please state your name and your home address for the record.
My full name is Jesse Ray Griffith, and my address is 614 Chiswick Park Road in Henrico County, Virginia, 23229.
Thank you. You can put your hand down now. And Mrs. Carter, I will turn this over to you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We're here today on a substitution of corporate officers for Red Robin Gourmet Burgers and Brews in Bowie. Todd Wilson recently left the employ of the company, and whether he liked it or not, Jesse Griffith has volunteered to go on 8 licenses in Maryland, including the Prince George's County license. At the time we filed this application, he was an applicant for all 8 licenses. We are in the process of putting his name on all of the other 7. As you all know, it's renewal time, so it's been somewhat delayed, but he will ultimately be on 8 licenses. We have filed an application on his behalf and on the behalf of Red Robin International. I would proffer to the board that as we stand before you today, all of the information in that application remains true and correct. Todd is the COO for the company. He is not in Maryland, but he understands that as a licensee, should a violation occur, he will need to appear before you. There's going to be no change in the operation at this location. The existing management structure, except for ordinary attrition and hiring, is exactly the same as it's always been. And with that, Madam Chair, if the board has no questions, I will ask Todd 3 qualifying questions. Todd, you ready?
Jesse, you mean?
I'm sorry, Jesse. I apologize. I'm looking at the wrong note here. Jesse, I apologize. And the first question doesn't count. So how old do you have to be in the state of Maryland to consume alcoholic beverages?
21 years of age.
And how old do your employees have to be?
18 years of age.
And as you well know, there are 6 acceptable forms of identification that this board recognizes as being valid proofs of age. Can you please tell the board what those 6 are?
Sure. Driver's license, state issued ID, U.S. passport, green card issued by the U.S., military ID, an approved biometric device that references one of the above. And U.S. passport. Did I say passport?
I don't believe you did. You said green card. I didn't hear a passport.
Yes, ma'am.
He said
Madam,
Yeah, he said
Is that it? Did I get them all?
yes.
okay, Commissioner Norman isn't saying you didn't, so I know you did.
All right, perfect.
Madam Chair and members of the commission, with that having been said, I have no further questions of Jesse.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Carter. Commissioners, do you have any questions? Any questions? All right, hearing none, may I have a motion?
this is Commissioner Camacho. I move to approve the substitution of corporate officers for trading as Red Robin Gourmet Burgers and Brews.
This is Commissioner Norman. I'll second the motion to substitution of corporate officers for Red Robin Gourmet Burgers and Brews.
All right, is there a question regarding the motion? Any questions? All right, hearing none, let's vote. Commissioner Sparkman,
Aye.
Commissioner Camacho,
Aye.
Commissioner Norman,
Aye.
Commissioner Smith,
Aye.
and Chair votes aye. So the motion to approve the substitution of corporate officers for Red Robin Gourmet Burgers and Brews passes. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'll call the next case. Substitution of corporate officers, application for MGM National Harbor. This is located at 101 MGM National Avenue in Oxon Hill, Maryland. And they're represented by Linda Carter, Esquire, as well. Ms. Carter, I'll allow you to introduce your client.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair, members of the commission. I have with me today Ryan Geary. Ryan?
All right.
Hello, good morning,
Mr.
everyone.
Gary.
Yeah, there you are.
All right, Mr. Gary, would you raise your right hand for the oath? All right. Do you hereby swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, thank you. Please state your name and your home address for the record.
Ryan Geary, 408 Hampshire Court, Riva, Maryland, 21140.
All right, thank you. Mrs. Carter, I will turn this over to you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Again, we're here on a substitution of corporate officers because the prior licensee left the company. I would proffer for the board that Ryan actually works at MGM National Harbor, that all of the information contained in the application as we appear before you remains true and correct. And with that as the background, if I could please qualify Ryan with the three qualifying questions. Ryan, how old do you have? I'm going to mix it up a little bit today. Ryan, how old do you have to be to sell alcohol in the state of Maryland?
That would be 18 years of age.
But y'all, you do not have any 18-year-olds involved in that, correct?
That is correct.
And how old do you have to be to purchase alcohol?
That'd be 21 years
Correct.
of age.
And as you well know, there are 6 forms of identification the board recognizes as valid proof of age. Can you please tell the board what those 6 forms are?
Yes, Maryland driver's license, Maryland state issued ID, military ID, a green card, a U.S. passport, and finally an approved biometric device.
Madam Chair and members of the commission, I would have no further questions.
All right, thank you. Commissioners, do you have questions?
This is Commissioner Norman. I just have one question. Good morning, Mr. Geary. How are you?
Good morning, I'm well.
What is your present role with MGM?
I am the Vice President and Chief Financial Officer.
Oh, okay.
All right, any other questions? All right, hearing none, may I have a motion?
This is Commissioner Camacho. I move to approve the substitution of corporate officers for trading as MGM National Harbor.
This is Commissioner Norman. I'll second the motion to approve the substitution of corporate officers for MGM National Harbor.
All right, is there any questions regarding the motion? All right, hearing none, let's vote. Commissioner Sparkman,
Aye.
Commissioner Camacho,
Aye.
Commissioner Norman,
Aye.
Commissioner Smith,
Aye.
and Chair votes aye. The motion to approve the substitution of corporate officers for MGM National Harbor passes. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Commissioner.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Director.
Madam Chair, I'll call the next case. Substitution of corporate officers application for Hyatt Place National Harbor. They're located at 123 Waterfront Street in Oxon Hill, Maryland. And we have Ms. Leanne Schreckengoss, Esquire, representing. Ms. Schreckengoss, I'll allow you to introduce your client.
Good morning, all. Leanne Schreckengoss with Royston Miller McLean and Reed here on behalf of the hotel. On the line with me today is Jim Barnett.
Good
All
morning.
right,
Thank you for having me.
Mr. Barnett, would you please raise your right hand for the oath? All right, do you hereby swear or affirm under penalty of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, thank you. Please state your name and your home address for the record.
Absolutely. It's James Arlen Barnett. My address is 1124 Lakin Drive, Frederick, Maryland, 21702.
All right, thank you. Mrs. Schreckengoss, I turn this over to you.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Mr. Barnett, can you please confirm for the board that none of your personal information has changed since the time we filed this application package?
Nothing has changed.
And can you please confirm for the board that you are a 25% member of Oxon Hill LLC?
Yes, ma'am.
I take that back. The full name of the entity is Hospitality Concessions of Oxon Hill LLC. Make sure we get that correct for the record. And can you please tell the board what your role and responsibilities are at the hotel?
Absolutely. I'm a corporate director of food and beverage with direct oversight of the operations in food and beverage at the hotel.
And you've received and reviewed this board's rules and regulations?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
And could you please we're going to ask you the three qualifying questions now. Can you please tell the board how old one must be to purchase alcohol in Maryland?
To purchase, 21 years of age.
And how old do you have to be to sell or serve in Prince George's County?
18 years old.
And can you please list the six acceptable forms of identification for the board?
Sure. A state-issued ID, a state-issued driver's license, a passport, a military ID, a green card, or an approved biometric device.
Thank you very much. And lastly, can you please confirm for the board that the operation of the hotel is not changing as a result of this licensee change?
I can confirm there will be no changes to the sale and service of alcohol based on this change.
Thank you very much. Madam Chair, Commissioners, I turn it back over to you.
All right, thank you. Commissioners, do you have any questions? Any questions? All right, hearing none, may I have a motion?
This is Commissioner Camacho. I move to approve the substitution of corporate officers for training as Hyatt Place National Harbor.
This is Commissioner Norman. I'll second the motion to approve the substitution of corporate officers for Hyatt Place National Harbor.
All right, is there a question regarding the motion? All right, hearing none, let's vote. Commissioner Sparkman?
Aye.
Commissioner Camacho?
Aye.
Commissioner Norman?
Aye.
Commissioner Smith?
Aye.
And Chair votes aye. So the motion to approve the substitution of corporate officers for Hyatt Place National Harbor passes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Commissioners, have a good day.
All right, you too.
Madam
Mr.
Chair.
Director.
Madam Chair, I'll call the next case. Walrus Oyster and Ale House. This is a substitution of corporate officers. They're located at 152 Waterfront Street, National Harbor, Maryland, 20745. They're represented by Linda Carter, Esquire. Ms. Carter, I'll allow you to introduce your client.
Good morning again. And I have with me Desmond Riley. Desmond?
All right, Mr. Riley, would you raise your right hand for the oath? All right. Do you hereby swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. Please state your name and your home address for the record. And you can put your hand down.
My name is Desmond Riley. Excuse me. My name is Desmond Riley. I reside at 12121 Shining Stars Lane, Clarksville, Maryland, 21029.
Thank you. Mrs. Carter, I turn this over to you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Unlike the last two substitutions that I've handled this morning, this is actually not a substitution, but an addition. Desmond is the managing principal of the parent company of Oyster Bar Management LLC and is going on this license. At some point, Stu keeps threatening to retire. We don't know when and if that will really occur, but just in case, Des wanted to be in the position that there could be a seamless transition. I would proffer to the board that all of the information contained in the application that we filed before you is true and accurate, and there have been no changes. Des actually does spend time on this unit. It is their only unit in Maryland right now, and as the board may remember, there'll be no changes in the operation of this unit, but as the board may remember, it just underwent a pretty significant renovation, and we were closed for several months in order to complete that renovation. With that as the background, Madam Chair, if I could please qualify the applicant with the 3 magic questions. I'm going to mix it up, Stu. 6 forms of ID, please. I know you've been watching, so.
6 forms of ID include a state-issued ID card, a state-issued driver's license, a military identification card for uniformed services, an alien resident green card, a passport photo or passport card, and finally, a biometric age verification device, Linda, that verifies any of the 5 previous items that I mentioned.
Thank you. And Madam Chair, I would have no further questions of this witness.
Thank you. Commissioners, do you have questions? All right, hearing none, may I have a motion?
This is Commissioner Camacho. I move to approve the substitution of corporate officers for trading as the Walrus, Oyster, and Ale House.
Just for clarification, Director, we're not substituting, we're adding addition, aren't we?
That's correct.
Okay. So, Mr. Camacho, can you restate?
I'm sorry, do you just want me to restate it with the addition?
Right.
Yes, would you, please?
Yeah, I move to approve the additional corporate officer for trading as the Walrus, Oyster, and Ale House.
All righty. This is Commissioner Norman. I'll second the motion to approve the addition of Desmond James Riley to the Walrus, Oyster, and Ale House.
All right, is there a question regarding the motion? All right, hearing none, let's vote. Commissioner Sparkman.
Aye.
Commissioner Camacho.
Aye.
Commissioner Norman.
Aye.
Commissioner Smith.
Aye.
And Chair votes aye. The motion to approve the addition of Mr. James Riley, Desmond James Riley, to the corporate officer at the Walrus, Oyster, and Ale House passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
All right. Okay, Mr. Director.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'll call the next case. Delivery permit request for Penn Station Liquors. Mr. Pratap D. Patel, President, Treasury. Terry L. Roseman, Vice President, Secretary for Class A Beer, Wine, and Liquor. And this is, as I said before, delivery permit. They do not have an attorney. They are not represented by an attorney, Madam Chair.
All right. Do you have an attorney? Again, do you have an attorney?
Is there anyone here representing Penn Station Liquors? Mr. Pratap D. Patel or Mr. Terry L. Roseman? Is anyone here from Penn Station Liquors. Madam Chair, hearing none, I'll come back to this case.
All right.
I'll call the next case, University Liquors, Harry F. Starner, President, Secretary, Treasurer for Class A Beer, Wine, and Liquor. This is a transfer, and this is a transfer of location from 7925 to 7959. And they're represented by Linda Carter, Esquire. Ms. Carter, before I allow you to introduce your clients, I'll need a MAPS presentation from Chief Clark. Chief Clark.
Yes, in the matter of University Liquors, there are no churches within 500 feet, and there are no schools within 1,000 feet, and there are approximately 15 liquor establishments within a 1 mile radius. Mr. Director.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
All right. Let's see. Okay, Mrs. Carter, you introduced your witness, right?
Thank you. No, I don't believe, I don't.
Okay, let's have it. Let's have
No,
it.
I did not.
I didn't think
Madam
so.
Chair, sitting next to me, I have, you know him as Harry F. Starner. I know him as Frank Starner. Same person though. And if you would swear him in, please, Madam Chair, then we'll proceed.
Yes, would you please raise your right hand? Do you hereby swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. Please state your name and your home address for the record.
Barry Franklin Starner the fourth, 5808 63rd Avenue, Riverdale, Maryland, 20737.
Thank you. All right, Mrs. Carter, I turn this over to you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. University Liquors has been a licensee in this county for 50 years, probably. 1957. I knew its original owners and intervening owners, and now I've had the privilege of working with Frank for the last several years. They are moving into the new space at the request of the landlord, but they are excited about it. It's what, 5 or 6 storefronts away from your current space?
4 stores.
4 storefronts away from their current space. Landlord is making renovations to the shopping center. And well, this was not in their original game plan. He's very excited about it because it will allow him to have more space. The existing store has a huge basement, probably 3,000 square feet, but upstairs is only 1,680, which is really small by today's standards. The new space will have roughly 3,000 square feet on the first floor, and again, a basement of about the same size. This will allow him to increase his inventory from about 350,000 currently to about 500,000. And more importantly, though, it's going to give his customers more space in which to shop, and it's going to be a brand new store. Like many stores in the county, University Liquors has a very unique niche. Frank is one of the few licensees in the state that imports really, really, really high-end alcoholic beverages, like special bottles of scotch from Scotland and Irish whiskeys from Ireland. And he does this through the wholesalers as is required, but sometimes it'll take as much as 6 months to get these bottles. He actually has a region-wide reputation and has members of various sports teams coming into his store specifically to order a specific bottle that they want. It's a really unique business. The new space, he has a 10-year lease with a 10-year option. He currently has 8 employees. They include himself, and Frank works 6 to 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, and his brother, who works 5 to 6 days a week and works 10-hour days. They currently have delivery. We will be asking for delivery at the new location, and there are only 2 employees that are involved in delivery. That is Travis and one other employee who's been with them for 5 years. Excuse me, please turn it off. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. There's a phone going off and I can't see where it is. They're all of their cashiers are alcohol awareness certified. You can't. All of their employees are their cashiers are alcohol awareness certified. since Frank's been involved, there were 2 violations, but they were both more than 10 years ago. He works very hard. He and his brother work very, very hard at making sure that there is compliance with the alcoholic beverage laws. This move, in addition to what the landlord is spending, is costing them about $300,000. He's really excited about it. A UNO should be issuing tomorrow. Hopefully, we're hoping to be able to move in mid-June. Frank is hoping to be able to make this transition without closing down, but we are going to coordinate with both the state, because we'll get an individual storage permit for the new location so we can start stocking it, and with your inspectors so that we can coordinate the timing, and with your staff, of course, so we can coordinate the timing of the actual transfer of the license. He understands that once the license leaves the premises, the existing premises, to come to the board, at that point, all sales at the old location have to stop permanently, and sales cannot begin at the new location until the license is actually delivered. We will be applying for a Sunday sale license. We've actually got the application prepared and we'll be submitting it within the next couple of days. Our goal is to appear before you prior to the actual effectuation of the license, because most of the $300,000 is being spent now, and there's really not a lot that can be done to spend an additional $50,000 post-license issuance. Madam Chair, before I qualify the witness, does the board or you have any questions?
Right, commissioners, do you have questions? All right, go ahead.
Okay, Frank, you've been sitting here. I know you know these anyway. How old do you have to be to purchase alcohol in the state of Maryland?
21.
And how old do you have to be to sell alcohol in Prince George's County?
18.
And do you have any 18-year-olds working for you?
No.
And in fact, your most recent hire has worked for you for 5 years, correct?
Correct.
Everybody else has been there for a long time.
10 years plus.
And as you also know, there are 6 forms of identification that this board recognizes as valid to prove somebody's age. Can you please tell this board what they are?
State issued driver's license, state issued ID, passport, green card, U.S. military ID, and biometrics.
Madam Chair, I would have no further questions of the witness. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioners, do you have any questions? All right, hearing none, may I have a motion?
This is Commissioner Camacho. I move to approve the transfer of location of the Class A beer, wine, and liquor license for trading as University Liquors.
And this is Commissioner Norman. I'll second the motion to transfer of location for University Liquors.
All right, any questions regarding that motion? All right, hearing none, let's vote. Commissioner Sparkman.
Aye.
Commissioner Camacho.
Aye.
Commissioner Norman.
Aye.
Commissioner Smith.
Aye.
And chair votes aye. So the motion to approve the transfer of location of University Liquors passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Director.
Madam Chair, I'll call Penn Station again. Penn Station Liquors, Mr. Pratap D. Patel. This is a delivery permit request. Is there anyone here representing Penn Station Liquors? Anyone here representing Penn Station Liquors?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Is this Mr. Patel?
Yes.
Can you turn your camera on for the board, please?
1 second.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
All right, Mr. Patel, do you have an attorney?
No, I don't.
Are you aware that you have a right to an attorney?
Yes, I do.
All right. So are you proceeding without an attorney?
Yes.
All right. Would you please raise your right hand for the oath? Do you hereby swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, please state your name and your home address for the record.
P. Pratap Patel. Our home address is 12606 Marley Drive, Bowie, Maryland, 20720.
All right, thank you. Would you at this time give us some information regarding your request?
So we was going to do the delivery around like 3 miles around the area only, and to get more business basically.
Okay. Is that it?
And the convenience for the people too, so they get the delivery at home too.
Okay. Commissioners, do you have any questions regarding his request?
This is Commissioner Camacho. Yes, Mr. Patel.
Yes.
Have you read all of the regulations regarding delivery?
Yes, I did.
Okay. How long do you have to keep records of sales?
30 days?
No.
Sales record.
Let me
12
go-
months.
Pardon me?
12 months.
Mr. Camacho, I just want to confirm that the licensee or the applicant is not getting answers from someone in the room. He has to be the one to answer the question. It appears that he was talking to someone.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Mr. Patel, are you alone, or is
Alone.
there?
Nobody else.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Mr. Camacho, did you have other questions?
Well, his second answer, if I'm correct, I believe was 12 months.
12 months.
Yes. No, that's not correct, sir.
Oh, that's not correct answer?
It's 18 months.
18 months.
Records. 18
Yes.
months. It's very important that you realize that it's 18 months.
Yes, 18
Now,
months.
the other thing is you may only use your company or private vehicles for delivery. You can't
Yes.
have any of the salespeople using their vehicles. It has to be your vehicles.
Yes.
Additionally, you cannot use third-party delivery companies.
Yeah.
It goes strictly with your drivers.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to make sure that the person that takes the information from the order, whether it's online or whether it's by phone, that when you go to deliver it, that it's verified that the person that is with the identification, proper identification of the person who's receiving the alcohol, that it matches the order.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. I'd just like to add to that. Are you aware of the laws, rules, and regulations of the Board of License Commissioners?
Yes.
All right. And do you agree to abide by the rules, laws, and regulations?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Any other questions?
I have no other questions.
All right. Any other questions from commissioners? All right. Hearing none, may I have a motion?
This is Commissioner Camacho. I move to grant a delivery permit for trading as Penn Station Liquors.
This is Commissioner Norman. I'll second the motion to grant the delivery permit for Penn Station Liquors.
All right. Is there a question regarding the motion? All right. Hearing none, let's vote. Commissioner Sparkman?
Aye.
Commissioner Camacho?
Aye.
Commissioner Norman? Commissioner Norman? Are you muted? Yes, we're taking the vote. Commissioner Norman?
Am I the only one that can't hear her?
Uh-oh.
We can hear her.
Yes, you are the only one.
Oh,
Just give a thumbs up.
can you? Yeah, just put your thumbs up or something. Can you hear me now?
Madam Chair, we can move on. I'll give her a call and ask her to
All right.
log off and log back on.
Commissioner Smith
Aye.
and Chair votes aye. The motion to approve the request for delivery permit for Penn Station Liquors passes. The majority passes. All right.
Thank you.
Mr. Director.
Madam Chair, 1 second, please. All right, I'm ready now. I'll go ahead and move on to the next case. The next case is a new Class B AE beer, wine, and liquor. This is for African American Cafe, Mr. Cecil D. Boyd. This is located at 4514 Rhode Island Avenue in North Brentwood, and they're represented by Mr. Bradley Farrar. Mr. Farrar, before I allow you to introduce your client, I'll need a MAPS presentation from Chief Clark. Chief Clark?
Yes, in the matter of the African American Cafe, there are no churches within 500 feet and no schools within 1,000 feet, and there are approximately 14 liquor establishments within a 1 mile radius. And Mr. Director, Madam Norman, the commissioner is logging off and logging back on.
Okay.
Thank
She said
you.
we'll let her back in the room. She's in the waiting room. We're good to go, Madam Chair. You can go ahead.
All right. All right. Did we get Mr. Farrar to introduce his client?
Yes, good morning, Madam Chair and members of the commission. I have with me Dr. Cecil Boyd. Dr. Cecil Boyd is the owner of the African American Cafe on Rhode Island Avenue. And Madam Chair, with that, if you would go ahead and administer the oath, and I will begin my inquiry of Dr. Boyd.
Thank you. All right, Dr. Boyd, would you raise your right hand for the oath? Do you hereby swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. Please state your name and your home address for the record.
Great. My name is Dr. Cecil Boyd, B-O-Y-D. My address is 4514 Rhode Island Avenue, North Brentwood, Maryland, 20722.
All right. Thank you. Did we get the MAPS presentation?
Yes, we did.
All right.
Excuse me, Madam Chair. There are
Yes.
two other applicants for this application.
All right. Are they here?
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Okay. Well, would you have them raise their right hands for the oath? All right, and I'll give both of them the oath together. For any, do you hereby swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
All right. Would each of you state your name and your home address for the record?
My name is Cecil Boyd, B-O-Y-D. My address is 3237 75th Avenue, Landover, Maryland. Apartment 101, 20785.
Thank you.
My name is Shaquela Boyd. My address is 7802 Mystic River Terrace, 20769.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Farrar, I will turn this over to you.
I'm sorry, Madam Chair.
Commissioner Norman.
Thank you. Mr. Senior Boyd, what address did you give? Because I thought you gave the address of the property.
Yes.
No, is that your home address?
Oh, home address 7802 Mystic River Terrace, Glendale, Maryland, 20769. I own both properties.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner.
Yeah, sorry about that.
All right, Mr. Farrar, I will turn this over to you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Dr. Boyd, you just gave your home address. How long have you lived at that address?
Since 2019.
Okay. Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, I am.
Are you associated with the African American Cafe LLC?
Yes, I am.
And do you have an ownership interest in the African American Cafe LLC?
Yes, I do.
And what is your ownership interest?
90%. I'm
Okay.
just, yeah.
Okay. If this application is approved, how much time will you be spending on the premises?
8 hours a week.
Okay. Do you have or have you ever had a financial interest, either directly or indirectly, in any other establishment in Maryland that has an alcoholic beverage license?
No.
Have you ever been convicted of a felony or for the violation of any gambling or liquor law?
No.
Have you read the rules and regulations of the board?
Yes, I have.
Do you understand those rules and agree to abide by them?
Yes, sir.
What is the legal age for purchasing alcoholic beverages?
21 years old.
How young can a person be to serve alcohol?
You must be 18 years older.
Okay. Can you tell the board what are the types of photo ID acceptable for the purchase of alcohol?
Sure. You need to have a state ID, U.S. military ID, a passport or a passport card, green card, a state driver's license, or one of those, the biometric device.
Okay. Do you understand that you will be held personally liable for any violations of the rules and regulations of this board?
Absolutely, I do. Yes, sir.
Do you understand as a licensee that you're responsible to see that the operation of African American Cafe LLC trading as African American Cafe is conducted according to the laws of this state and the rules of this board?
Yes, sir.
Are you familiar with the requirements to have a Class B license?
Yes, I am.
Can you briefly tell the board what those are?
Briefly, in order to obtain and hold a Class B license, you need to be very much familiar with how you can operate safely within Prince George's County. One specific thing is hours of operation. As an example, from Monday through Saturday, you can operate from 6 a.m. up until 2 a.m. and on Sundays from 8 a.m. until 2 a.m. And you need to abide by all the rules and regulations specifically related to holding folks accountable over the ages of 21 when they talk about purchasing alcohol, and also limit your guessing on whether or not someone is of age. At least someone need to be at least look like they're 31 years of age or older without carding them for ID.
All right, very good. Madam Chair, I have no further questions of Dr. Boyd, and we'll yield
Madam
to the
Chair.
chair.
Madam Chair, if I can interrupt here for just a second.
Sure, Mr.
Mr.
Durant.
Farrar, is your camera working? Mr. Farrar, is your camera working?
Unfortunately, my camera is not working, Mr. Shepherd, and I wish that it were, but it's not working.
Okay, fair enough. You can go ahead,
All
Madam
right.
Chair.
All right, thank you. Commissioners, do you have any questions?
This is Commissioner Norman. I do.
All right, Commissioner Norman.
Mr. Boyd, how many hours a week did you say you would be working?
I'll be working at the minimum of 8 hours each day.
Okay, I think when you're
8 hours for the week. I'm sorry.
8 hours what?
8 hours per week.
Okay, because that's what it says on your application.
Yes, I'll be working for 8 hours a week. My son, who is my partner, Cecil Jr., will be overseeing operations. He's a board certified, we call it bartender and barista specialist, as well as a culinary arts graduate from Prince George's County Culinary Arts School. So he actually runs the operation at the cafe, and I oversee all the operations as the CEO.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right, any other questions? Any other questions? All right, hearing none, may I have a motion?
I'm sorry, Madam Chair, we didn't certify the other two that's on the license, did we? Oh, we have three people. We have three on this
Mr.
license.
Farrar.
Yes,
Oh, okay,
yes.
thank you, Commissioner. Mr.
yeah.
Farrar,
Certainly.
would you?
I'll
Okay.
inquire. I'll do the inquiry of the other two.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Let me start with Miss Boyd. Ladies first, of course, Madam Chair. Miss Boyd, just for the record again, would you please state your name and address for the record again?
Jaquela Boyd, 7802 Mystic River Terrace, Glendale, Maryland, 20769.
And how long have you resided at that address?
Since 2019.
Okay. Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
And are you associated with the African American Cafe LLC?
Yes.
Can you describe for the board your ownership interest in the African American Cafe LLC?
5%.
You're a 5% owner. Very good. And then if this application is approved, how much time will you be spending on the premises?
About 40 hours a week.
Okay. And then do you have or have you ever had a financial interest, either directly or indirectly, in any other establishment in Maryland that has an alcoholic beverage license?
No.
Have you ever been convicted of a felony or for the violation of any gambling or liquor law?
No.
Have you read the rules and regulations of the board?
Yes.
Do you understand those rules and agree to abide by them?
Yes.
What is the legal age for purchasing alcoholic beverages?
21 years old.
How young can a person be to serve alcohol?
18 years old.
Can you tell the board what are the types of photo ID acceptable for the purchase of alcohol?
We have driver's license, ID, green card, passport card and passport, military ID, and the biometric device.
Do you understand that you will be held personally liable for any violations of the rules and regulations of this board?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand as a licensee that you're responsible to see that the operation of the African American Cafe LLC, trading as African American Cafe, is conducted according to the laws of the state and the rules of this board?
Yes.
Are you familiar with the requirements to have a Class B license?
Yes.
Can you briefly describe to the board what those requirements are?
So some of those requirements are making sure that we operate during the correct hours, making sure that we have enough space for all of our customers, making sure that our staff is well trained. We have to make sure that, what else? Make sure that we ID everyone properly.
Okay. With that, let me ask you, how old must someone look in order to not be required to produce an ID for the purchase of alcohol?
31 years old.
Okay. Madam Chair, I'll yield any further inquiry of this particular witness and yield to the board for them to inquire.
All right, did anyone have a question for this witness?
Oh dear, I'm sorry, this is Commissioner Norman. I'm sorry, can you go back? What was that last question? How old does someone have to look? I thought that's what I heard. I'm not sure. Can you clarify for that, please?
Yes, madam. Yes, Commissioner. The question was, how old must someone look in order not to be required to produce an ID for the purchase of alcohol? And I think the witness, she stated 31, but she also said that they, not to, you can read back, but I think she said they were going to fully ID everyone.
Mr. Farrar, can you just have her clarify her answer?
Yeah, yes, certainly. So, Ms. Boyd, could you clarify your answer on that question for the commission?
Which question?
How old must someone look in order to not be required to produce an ID for the purchase of alcohol?
31 years old.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Director. Can you? I'm not familiar with that one. Can you clarify?
Yeah.
that?
So yeah, that question is fine. It's definitely within bounds. Basically, what he's asking is, how old does someone have to be? How old does someone have to look to not be carded? And she said 31. So the older you are, you don't have to provide identification because you look older.
Okay.
All right.
And just for additional clarification, that's subjective. They can make the age whatever they choose to for their establishment. If they want to go at a larger age, an older age, they could. But they're basically just stating that if the person is 21 years of age, they're going to ensure that they have a proper identification. But if they look older, they're not required to do so.
Yes, and they could have said 61 or 51 or 71.
Yeah,
but they chose 30.
Often, Madam Commissioner, it's usually what I've heard in the past is 35.
35.
Okay, if they look 35 years or older or under 35, they'll get carded. They just use 31, but it's a legal question.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
By the way, there are liquor stores in the state of Maryland that card everyone. Not going to mention names.
Right. Now, Mr. Farad, did you have
Yes.
one other person that you wanted
Yes.
to?
We have one other person that we need
Yes.
to talk with, and that's Mr. Cecil Boyd Jr. So
All right.
again, so thank you, Madam Chair. So for the record, Mr. Boyd, can you state your name and address again, just to perfect the record, the written record, please?
Yes, my name is Cecil Boyd. My address is 3237 75th Avenue, Landover, Maryland, apartment 101, 20785.
And how long have you lived at that address, sir?
About 7 years now.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
Are you associated with the African American Cafe LLC?
Yes.
And can you describe for the board if you have an ownership interest in the African American Cafe LLC?
Yes, 5%.
Okay, thank you. If this application is approved, how much time will you be spending on the premises?
40 hours.
Okay, thank you. Do you have or have you ever had a financial interest, either directly or indirectly, in any other establishment in Maryland that has an alcoholic beverage license?
No.
Have you ever been convicted of a felony or for the violation of any gambling or liquor law?
No.
Have you read the rules and regulations of the board?
Yes.
Do you understand those rules and agree to abide by them?
Yes.
What is it in the state of Maryland? What is the legal age for purchasing alcoholic beverages?
21.
And how young can a person be to serve alcohol?
18.
What are the types of ID, photo ID, acceptable for the purchase of alcohol?
State ID, U.S. military, passport, passport card, green card, state driver's license, and biometric.
Okay, thank you. Do you understand that you will be held personally liable for any violations of the rules and regulations of this board?
Yes.
Do you understand as a licensee that you are responsible to see that the operation of the African American Cafe LLC, trading as the African American Cafe, is conducted according to the laws of the state and the rules of this board?
Yes.
Are you familiar with the requirements to have a Class B license?
Yes.
Can you just briefly describe those for the board?
Yes, on-sale consumption for beer, wine, and liquor is from 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. Monday through Saturday, and 8 to 2 a.m. And that taught everyone.
Okay. You're in card, everyone. Okay, very good. I have no further questions for this witness, Madam Chair, and will yield to you and the commission for any further questions.
Thank you. Commissioners, do you have any questions?
This is Commissioner Norman. I did.
All right, Ms. Norman.
Good morning, Mr. Boyd. I'm going to pose my question to Boyd Jr., since you're going to be the one operating the business, correct?
Yes.
So can you tell us, well, first of all, I think you might have two things going, do you? Because that's why typically you get an echo.
Say it again.
Do you have your phone and your computer going? Because that's typically why you get an echo.
The echo. Hold on, let me just fix it.
That's better.
Okay. So my question, Mr. Boyd Jr., is can you tell us about the operation? You know, what's the basis for this business? I see that there's only 12 seats. So can you tell us what the business plan is, you know, what your goals are and how you all going to operate this business?
Yes. So this business where we're actually in the first African-American community that was in Prince George's County, which is North Brentwood, Maryland. So this is actually the first establishment in this community far as any food or anything, because this area was only for the slaves of Black folks. And what we're doing, we're most so focused on with working with the community and introducing everybody to our history, because we're actually across the street from the African American Museum, which is the only one that's in Prince George's County outside of the one that's located in Washington, D.C. So we're just trying to just bring awareness to this community and and not let our history drown with what's going on in this world today. So our main focus is just, for everyone to come here, fellowship, enjoy themselves, and mainly just, just the representation of our culture and our heritage that's here in Prince George's County, Maryland.
All right.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Any other questions? Thank you. All right. Hearing none, may I have a motion?
This is Commissioner Camacho. I move to grant a new Class BAE beer, wine, and liquor license for Trading African American Cafe.
This is Commissioner Norman. I'll second the motion to approve the Class BAE beer and wine and liquor license for African American Cafe.
All right. Is there a question regarding the motion? All right. Hearing none, let's vote. Commissioner Sparkman?
Aye.
Commissioner Camacho?
Aye.
Commissioner Norman? Aye. Commissioner Norman? Aye. Commissioner Smith?
Aye.
And chair votes aye. So the motion to approve the new Class BAE beer, wine, and liquor license to African American Cafe passes. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam
Mr.
Chair.
Director.
Madam Chair, before I call the next case, I saw Ms. Norman's mouth moving, but I didn't hear anything come out. Can she just test her mic?
I saw it too. I thought we were having another technical problem.
Can you hear me?
We can hear
you now.
Yes.
Okay, I see that.
But we saw your mouth moving, so we knew that you approved. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Director.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'll call the next case. The next case is a new Class B BLX beer, wine, and liquor. This is for Escape Bar and Grill, and it's located at 3287 Brinkley Road. Before I get Mr. Carter to introduce his client, I'll need a MAPS presentation from Chief Clark. Chief Clark.
Yes, in regard to this location, the distances for churches and schools is exempt under Maryland Alcoholic Beverage and Cannabis Law 26-1604A1, and there is one liquor establishment within a 1 mile radius. Mr. Director.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
All right, Mr. Carter, would you introduce your client?
No, actually, we're playing musical chairs again, Madam Chair.
Oh, okay, so it's Mrs. Carter. All right.
Yeah, hi again. I'm going to handle this case. So I have with me not only the applicant licensee, Jose Alvaro Portillo, but I have his brother who's here, Pablo Portillo. I apologize. I have Pablo's daughter and the niece of the licensee, Carrie Portillo, and I have Carlos Ramos, who is going to be the manager.
All right, thank you. Would all of you please raise your right hands for the oath? All right, do you hereby swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Just say, I do.
I
do.
And,
all right.
Madam Chair, before you ask for names, if I could please, Carrie Portillo would be serving as a translator for, you can put your hand up, for her uncle. So she can also have that oath as well, please.
Yes. Carrie, would you raise your right hand for the oath? This is another oath for interpreter. Do you affirm under the penalty of perjury that you will truly interpret to the Board of License Commissions the questions propounded, the answers given thereto, and any other testimony given in this matter?
I do.
All right, thank you. Would each of you please give your names and your home address for the record?
We're going to start with you. Tell
Carrie Portillo, home address is 5011 Boydale Avenue, Oxon Hill, Maryland, 20745.
Thank you.
And ask your dad to give his address.
Su dirección y su nombre completo.
My name is Pablo Portillo, and my address is 5011 Boydell Avenue, Oxon Hill, Maryland, 20745.
Yeah, use your where you're living now, not where you're going to be living. Use your Texas address.
Su nombre completo y dirección actual.
José Álvaro Portillo, 6138 Heather Drive, Houston, Texas, zip code 77085.
Jose Portillo, 6138 Heathersburg Drive, Houston, Texas, 77085.
Thank you. And the manager.
Okay, Carlos.
Okay. Carlos Carr, 2901 Brinkley Road, Temple Hills, Maryland, 20748.
Thank you. I think we have everybody.
Oh, you did it already. Okay, great. Gentlemen, you guys can sit down until we get to each of you.
All right, Mrs. Carter, I turn it over to you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. With the board's permission, if I could do most of this by proffer. Two preliminary matters. We did file an exhibit book. We would respectfully request that that be identified as applicant's exhibit number 1 and moved into evidence. It has 3 sections. It has the menu at section 1, and this is a working draft menu. It has the stamped, reduced copy, obviously. I had to use my magnifying glass to be able to read it, of the approved permits from the plans from the county that were used to secure their building permits. And then we have lots of pictures that have been taken of the project as it's been going on. This is in what was at least known as the Rosecroft Shopping Center down in Temple Hills. And this building, I understand many, many years ago, was occupied by an establishment that had an alcoholic beverage license, although I don't know the name of it. And that establishment has long been gone. And in fact, this building had been abandoned for many years. My clients, Carlos and Jose, saw this building, and originally they were going to just do one small unit in it. But when they realized the availability of the space, they decided they would take the entire, it's almost 10,000 square feet. And what they want to do is have a restaurant in almost 1/2 and then have event space in the remaining just over 1/2. This project is going to, unfortunately for them, come north of $2 million before they're ready to open the doors. They are hoping to secure their final permits in June or late May. But as we all know, that doesn't always happen. Their tentative hours of operation at this point are going to be from 10 a.m. in the morning till 2 a.m. at night. They do have an intention of coming back before you to apply for an entertainment permit. And then once that's approved, to seek a public dance hall license from the county. The restaurant will have roughly 100 seats. The event space, and it hasn't been signed off by fire marshal yet. We don't have the capacity signs. We think it'll have roughly 400. There is a full commercial kitchen. Almost all the kitchen equipment has been ordered. Well, all of the kitchen equipment has been ordered. Most of it is in place. And exhibit, the 3rd tab of the exhibit book shows a lot of the kitchen equipment. There's one of the reasons that they were drawn to this particular space is the fact that there's parking for 500 cars. My clients all have they all have some hospitality experience. They have limited hospitality experience, which is why they hired Carlos Carr. Mr. Carr has been involved in the hospitality business for many, many years. And I'm going to say a bad word here. Please forgive me. He is actually a promoter. But as this board knows, there are promoters and then there are promoters. And this gentleman has already had 11 events at MGM. He has a very good relationship with the Prince George's County Police Department and with the Prince George's County Sheriff's Department, and has already been talking to them about providing security. And that was before he knew that security was going to be a part of what was required for the entertainment permit. So I think while my clients may have limited experience in the hospitality industry, they're certainly going about this the right way. Currently, the applicant lives in Texas. He works for an electrical company. He is planning on coming here. This is primarily being privately financed by Pablo, who owns an electric company in this area. They all four of the people that were before you intend to be working in the premises. This is going to become their principal occupation. Landlord has made some contributions, primarily the HVAC unit, but everything else is really coming out of the pockets of my clients. They intend to have 30 employees or more. We've talked about the importance of alcohol awareness training, and they have agreed that all of their managers, all of their bartenders, and all shift leaders will be alcohol awareness certified. And obviously, the 4 people sitting here with me today will also be certified. At a minimum, it will be 10 employees that have certification. Carlos is going to be at the facility at least 50 hours a week. And anytime there is an event, he will be there. We had a long talk because he does have a very successful promoting company. And he understands that if there is an event at this establishment and the board approves this license and approves the entertainment permit, no event can ever be sponsored by his promoting company. All events would have to be Escape Bar and Grill Event Center presents, and they're all acutely aware of that. Carrie is going to be working 50 hours a week. And I think, Madam Chair, that would be the bulk of our presentation before the board. Obviously, I'm going to qualify the licensee, but with the board's, if the board has any questions that they'd like to ask of anybody that's here, please.
Commissioners, do you have any questions at this time? Any questions at this time? All right, hearing none, so continue.
Thank you. Okay. Mr. Portillo, are you ready?
Señor Portillo está listo.
Yes. I have to tell you, I gave Carrie very specific instructions as to how she had to do this as a translator, because Mr. Camacho is nodding his head, as we've seen before. Sometimes translators ask or answer, and she's done exactly as she was instructed. So how old do you have to be in Prince George's County to sell alcoholic beverages?
¿Cuántos años uno tiene que tener en el condado de Prince George para vender alcohol?
21 años.
21 years old.
No, to sell.
Oh, para vender.
Para vender.
Sí.
18.
Yes. And to sell?
Y para vender. To sell.
I'm sorry, to purchase. I said to sell already. I apologize. To purchase?
Oh, para comprar.
Para comprar 21.
21.
Yes, perfect. And there are 6 acceptable forms of identification that this board recognizes. What are they?
Hay 6 formas aceptables de comunicación que este comité acepta. ¿Cuáles son?
Déjame estas preguntas. Son
Why don't you do them one by one so she can translate
Yeah.
them one by
Háganlo uno por uno para que yo lo pueda traducir.
ok, licencia de conducir,
Driver's license,
tarjeta de identificación,
identification card,
Could the interpreter speak a little louder?
pasaporte,
passport,
Okay.
tarjeta militar,
military ID,
me equivoqué porque sí, no, pero sí, así es tarjeta militar, tarjeta de green card,
a green card,
dispositivo o métrico.
biometric device.
Madam Chair, all of the other witnesses here are prepared to answer those questions, but I can proffer that they're very familiar with it and they're not licensees or owners. So that would be our case, Madam Chair and members of the board.
All right. Okay, are you finished?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, commissioners, do you have any questions? Any questions? All right, hearing none, may I have a motion?
This is Commissioner Camacho. I move to grant a new Class B BLX beer, wine, and liquor license for trading as Escape Bar and Grill / Event Center.
This is Commissioner Norman. I'll second the motion to grant a new Class B BLX beer, wine, and liquor license to Escape Bar, Grill, and Event Center.
All right, is there a question regarding that motion? All right, hearing none, let's vote. Commissioner Sparkman.
Aye.
Commissioner Camacho. Commissioner Camacho.
Aye.
Commissioner Norman.
Aye.
Commissioner Smith.
Aye.
And chair votes aye. The motion to approve the new Class BLX beer, wine, and liquor license to Escape Bar and Grill Event Center passes. Thank you.
Thank you all very much. Y'all, the board will excuse you, I'm sure.
All right, Mr. Director.
Madam Chair, I'll call the next case. Homewood Suites, represented by Sean Morris Esquire. This is a new Class BH beer, wine, and liquor, and they're located at 9103 Basil Court, Largo, Maryland, 20774. Mr. Morris, before I allow you to introduce your client, could I get a MAPS presentation from Chief Clark? Chief Clark?
Yes, in the matter of Homewood Suites, the distances for churches and schools is exempt under Maryland Alcoholic Beverage and Cannabis Laws 261604A1. And there are approximately 6 liquor establishments within a 1 mile radius. Mr. Director.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
All right. Mr. Morris, would you like to introduce your client?
Yes, please. Thank you, Madam Chair. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Director. Good morning, members of the board. I have with me this morning Mr. Alexander Williams, who is the applicant on this license, and I'm also pleased to have with us Ms. Halima Ali Ibrahim, who's the general manager of the hotel, who will be able to share with you just a little bit more about the operational components of the hotel should this license be granted.
All right. Would you have them raise their right hands for the oath? Do you hereby swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah.
All right. Would each of you please state your name and your home address for the record?
I'll go first. Alexander Williams III, 2306 Brook Grove Road, Mitchellville, Maryland, 20721.
Thank you.
Halima,
Is Halima here?
I believe she is. I'm looking at her profile and I apologize. We can proceed with the licensee. I've been in touch with her this morning. I apologize. Bear with me. I apologize. She says that she can hear, she's on the call, and is just having trouble. So I don't know what the issue is. I apologize, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, she's not the licensee, so there's one licensee on the license according to my records. So I think we can just go ahead and move on.
Yeah, and I'd be happy to do a proffer to the board on what I know Ms. Ali Ibrahim was going to testify to. She, again, as Mr. Chipper mentions, she is not the licensee. So if she can join.
Okay, but as the director said, we could keep it moving. So Mr. Morris, I'll turn this over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. So Mr. Williams, we'll start with you. Mr. Williams, how long have you lived in the state of Maryland?
7 of my 49 years.
Okay. And have you held an alcoholic beverage license here in the state of Maryland before?
Yes.
What's that?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Where was that license that you held?
That was the former Radisson and the Doubletree Hotel in Largo, Maryland.
Okay. So you and how long did you hold that license?
From about 2007 to maybe about 2024.
Okay. So you understand your responsibility as a licensee here in Prince George's County.
Yes.
And you're familiar with the laws, rules, and regulations here in Prince George's County regarding the sale and service of alcohol?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And with regard to those laws and regulations, what's the minimum age to purchase or consume alcohol in Maryland?
21 years.
Okay. And what's the minimum age to handle or serve alcohol for your employees?
18 years.
And there are 6 acceptable forms of identification here in Prince George's County. Can you tell the board what those are?
Yes, a valid driver's license, state issue, identification, passport, military ID, a immigration card, green card, and a approved biometric scanner device that approves the 5 previous named.
Thank you. And are you aware of the difference between driver's licenses in Maryland for those under 21 versus those over 21?
Yes, under 21, the licenses are vertical, and if you're over 21, they're horizontal.
Okay, and will you have any day-to-day responsibilities at the Homewood Suites?
No.
But you still understand, as the licensee, if there are any violations that occur at the establishment, you'll be responsible to come before this board. You will be personally responsible as a licensee?
Yes.
Okay, so that being the case, do you plan to stop by frequently to check in and ensure those laws are being followed?
Yes.
Okay. And did you do this during your time as the licensee at the Doubletree?
I did.
And Mr. Williams, has any information about you changed since we submitted this application?
No.
Okay, thank you. So, Madam Chair, with your indulgence, being that Ms. Ali Ibrahim is having some technical difficulties, I was really hoping that you'd be able to hear from her, but prior to this hearing today, I spoke with her. She's the general manager at the Homewood Suites. She's got 26 years of experience in the hospitality industry. She's worked with hotels, all of which have had alcoholic beverage sales and service. She is going to be the primary person who has responsibility for overseeing alcohol sales, for training staff. She is tip certified. And now for, so that's with respect to her personally. And with respect to the operations at the hotel itself, the hotel does not have a bar. It doesn't have a restaurant. It doesn't have any kind of lounge component. The reason that the hotel is seeking this license is that they have banquet services and that they do a once a week reception for guests. The receptions are beer and wine only. Ms. Ali Ibrahim usually oversees that herself. She's the one who does the service, do a 100% ID check. And this is, an hour and a half to 2 hours in the evening once a week. And it's just an amenity for the hotel guests. And then for the banquet services, it's just when people come in from outside, third parties who want to host an event in one of their banquet rooms, they want to be able to have alcohol service for those types of events. They understand they can't have entertainment without a special entertainment permit approved by this board. These are occasional events. Again, this is not a regular occurrence where they have a bar or any kind of lounge. These are for third-party events. And in my conversations with Ms. Ali Ibrahim, when they do have third-party caterers who come in to perform the alcoholic beverage services, someone from the hotel sits down with them, goes over rules, proper procedures, 100% ID check, and that there's always someone from the hotel who is on site in the banquet room to make sure all those rules and regulations are being followed, all the internal policies of the hotel are being followed. So with that having been said, and I apologize that we couldn't get this direct testimony from Ms. Ali Ibrahim herself, but I hope my proffer will be sufficient to the board, and we invite any further questions that the board might have.
All right, thank you. Commissioners, do you have any questions?
This is Commissioner Norman. I do.
All right, Commissioner.
Good morning, Mr. Williams. How are you?
What are you doing?
Good. Can you just clarify me exactly what your role or position is with the organization?
Yes, I guess I'm the resident agent of the serve on the liquor license.
Okay, so you're not taking an active role in the operations of the business.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
All right, any other questions? Any other questions? All right, hearing none, may I have a motion?
This is Commissioner Camacho. I move to grant a new Class B BH beer, wine, and liquor license for trading as Homewood Suites.
This is Commissioner Norman. I'll second the motion to grant the Class B BH beer, wine, and liquor for Homewood Suites.
All right, is there a question regarding the motion? All right, hearing none, let's vote. Commissioner Sparkman.
Aye.
Commissioner Camacho.
Aye.
Commissioner Norman.
Aye.
Commissioner Smith.
Aye.
And chair votes aye. The motion to grant the new Class B BH beer, wine, and liquor license to Homewood Suites passes. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Commissioners.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Director.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'll call the next case. Glass Box Paddle Club. They're located at 4928 College Avenue in College Park, Maryland, 20740. Before I allow Ms. Carter to introduce her client, I'll need a MAPS presentation from Chief Clark. And once again, this is a new Class D beer and wine license. Chief Clark?
Yes, in the matter of Glass Box Paddle Club, there are no churches within 500 feet, and no schools within 400 feet under Maryland Beverage and Cannabis Law 261604 D2. There are no liquor establishments within a 1 mile radius. Mr. Director.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
All right. Mrs. Carter, would you like to introduce your clients?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good morning again. I think it's still morning, right? Barely?
Yes, barely.
With me, I have the three applicants, Irving, as I know him, Jacob Villanueva, I'm sure I messed that last name up, Evan Darrow, and Daniel Garcia.
All right. Would you all raise your right hand for the oath? Do you hereby swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? If so, say I do.
I do.
I do.
All right. Would each of you give your name and your home address for the record?
I can
You want me
start.
to go? Go ahead, Joe. Yep.
What?
I can start. Irving Jacob Villanueva, 422 Emerson Street Northwest, Washington, D.C., 20011.
Evan Darrow, 1341 Parkwood Place Northwest, Washington, D.C., 20010.
I'm Daniel Garcia. I'm in a 5705 Brewer House Circle, apartment T2 in Rockville, Maryland, 20852.
All right. Thank you. Mrs. Carter, I turn this over to you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Preliminarily, we did file an exhibit book in connection with this application. We would respectfully request that exhibit book be marked as applicant's exhibit number 1 and be entered into evidence. It has 4 sections, if you will. The first section talks about paddle, glass box paddle in particular. The second is the College Parks UNO. The third is the County UNO. And the fourth is photos of the facility. 2 things that I would like the board to know. We did appear before the City Council. We have agreed to a property use agreement. It was circulated to the clients later last night. I'm not sure that everybody has had a chance to sign off on it, but they have agreed to sign it, and we will be signing off on it, and we can provide the board with the copy. It is very much the standard PUA. My clients agree that they will abide by the laws of the state and rules of this board, and they won't do anything to violate the terms of the PUA or to cause grief to the city of College Park. Our hearing before the city went very well. They were very receptive, and we're looking forward to continuing to operate this very unique facility in College Park. The other issue that I'd like to address is the issue of use and occupancy permit. So on the property, there are, in addition to the 4 courts for the glass box paddle, there are 2 structures. One is where the snacks are currently being sold and where registration occurs and where you can rent equipment. And the other is a prefabricated self-contained bathroom. For some reason, when the UNO initially issued the 4 glass box paddles courts were approved, the 2 structures were not. So we are in the process of working with the county and the person that did their permits, the client's permits, to get the UNO modified to reflect the use of both of those buildings. The glass box paddle is, I had never heard of it, I'll be honest, until my clients came to me. It is played on, it's similar in rules to tennis, but the court's about 1/3 the size, and it is surrounded by glass walls. And it's always played doubles. And it is one of the it started in Mexico. It is one of the fastest growing sports in Europe and in South and Central America. It is the second sport of choice for most of the European soccer players. In this area, there are only 2 courts. There's one down by Dulles, and there's this one. And we understand that there's going to be one opening up in Towson. They are very expensive to construct. The property, as you see it in the photos, cost more than $1 million to prepare and to open up. We are asking the board to approve a Class D beer and wine license. The goal is to allow the players to have a beer or a glass of wine after they finish their games. We've agreed with the city that the prices are not going to be low. In fact, the minimum price for a beer will be $5. So it's not going to be attracting college kids who, want to get a quick drunk. It's just not going to be that place. I was there on a very cold Tuesday night, right before the city council hearing, and all 4 courts were full and there were teams waiting to play. It's a very unique concept. If my shoulder were a little bit better, I think I'd try it. In the exhibit book, there is a picture of the racket, if you will. It's more like a paddle. It's about 1.5 inches thick. It has holes drilled into it. It's a composite material, and the ball is similar to a tennis ball, but slightly deflated. It moves really fast, and they play not only off the paddles, but off the wall. So there's a lot of speed and agility required. We have, and I apologize because we got it a little late, but we did get a letter of support in from the Terrapin Development Company. And I would ask you all to, I'm not going to read the whole thing because I know you have a long agenda still behind me. But I think it really describes how much these gentlemen have become a part of the city within College Park. This is a new area that's being developed. It is the city and the university and Terrapin Development Company all have great expectations for it. And this is actually one of the first new tenants to open up. Right now, I will be honest with you, getting there is a little bit difficult because of all the road construction with the Metro Street line that's running down, but I will always refer to as either Good Luck Road or Calvert Road. It dates me, doesn't it? It's now called Campus Drive. And so access is actually through the airport road right now. My clients have agreed with the city. They will have a scanner. They don't think that underage drinking or drinking in excess will ever be an issue just because the people that come there are coming to play this unique sport. And that would be our case, Madam Chair. If you all have any questions of the applicants before I qualify each of them.
Commissioners, are there any questions?
Yeah, this is Commissioner Camacho. I have a quick question. So this is more or less like high with a paddle instead of a basket?
Ooh,
Yeah, I describe it as indoor tennis, right? So it's kind of like a tennis
right, because
court.
I thought it was you use 4 surfaces around you, like high.
Right, but this it's glass and metal cages.
Gotcha.
around.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah,
Tennis
just
racquetball
concept-wise, I thought it was
hybrid kind of.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, Mrs. Carter, back to you.
Okay. Jacob, would you like to go first?
Sure.
Okay, sir. I've been mixing. You all have been watching. You've seen this before. I've been mixing it up. So we're going to start with the 6 forms of identification, please.
Yes, driver's license, state ID, military ID, U.S. passport, U.S. Permanent resident card, and approved biometric devices.
I think you missed one. Mrs. Norman, I'm counting on you to keep me honest.
Just have them go over it again.
Driver's license, state ID, military ID, U.S. passport, U.S. resident card, and biometric devices.
Thank you. I missed. If you said military, I think I missed it. I apologize.
No worries.
And sir, how old do you have to be to drink alcohol in the state of Maryland?
21.
And how old do your employees need to be to sell alcohol?
18.
And I should have told the board this. All sales of alcohol will be in individual sized cans and or bottles that will be opened at the point of sale. and they know that they cannot let anybody remove alcohol from the premises. Evan, your turn. How old do you have to be to sell alcohol in the state of Maryland?
To sell, 18 years old.
Thank you. And to purchase?
To purchase, 21 years old.
And I know you know the 6 forms of ID.
Heard it a few times today. Driver's license, a state issue ID, a military ID, a U.S. passport, a U.S. resident card, and an approved biometric device.
Thank you. And last but not least, our resident licensee. Sir, how old do you have to be to purchase alcohol in the state of Maryland?
To buy, 21 years old.
And to sell?
To sell, 18.
And what are the 6 acceptable forms of identification, please?
The 6 forms of ID are driver's license, state issued ID, military ID, a passport, a green card, or an approved biometrics device.
Thank you so much. And Madam Chair and members of the board, I would have nothing further in these witnesses.
Thank you. All right, commissioners, are there any questions?
Hi, this is Commissioner Norman, Madam Chair. I do have some questions and concerns. Can you walk me through, Ms. Carter, this whole, looking at this, there really is no structure there, no building. Questions, where's, pardon me?
I apologize. I was going to let you finish. I started interrupting.
Yeah, where is, where's the beer or wine going to be stored? So is the area just this area? So you got to give me a little more for this, because there's not a permanent structure. There's not a permanent structure.
Well,
we don't know
there
where it's
are
being
2
stored.
permanent structures. If you look at tab 4, please, and kind of in the middle, there's an aerial shot that shows the 4, shows Campus Drive, and then shows some tables and shows the 4 courts. And to the upper right portion of it, there are 2 buildings. They're prefab. The one is a prefabricated self-contained bathroom. That's the one that's closest to Calvert Drive or Calvert Road. Again, Campus Drive, I apologize. And the other one is the unit where the alcohol would be stored and sold from. Currently, that is the unit where you rent your paddles, you rent your balls, you sign up, you rent your courts, you buy your Gatorade, you buy your snacks. So that would be the only point of sale. And then if somebody purchased something like they are now, they could go and sit out in one of these picnic tables and have their beer while they're waiting for the next group to finish playing. So there's no structure in which they can drink, but there is clearly a structure that, as my clients understand, has to have a permitted use and occupancy permit.
So is all of this area fenced in and combined? How's that going to work?
Absolutely. It's a little over a half an acre, and it is all completely fenced in. There is only one gate. It is, if you look at that picture where that blue top is, that's the gate is slightly to the left of that. Correct, gentlemen?
That's
Make
correct.
sure I'm telling you. Yeah,
College
okay,
Avenue,
that's where,
50th Street, there's one gate. The entire property is surrounded by a fence.
which is pretty high. It's at least 5 feet, if not 6 feet.
Right.
6 feet, yeah.
This is Commissioner
Any other
Camacho.
questions?
No, this is Commissioner Camacho. Just a comment. We just received a copy of a letter from the City of College Park addressed to the chairwoman, saying that they are pleased to report the mayor and council of the City of College Park have reviewed the application and of the above premises. The City Council does not object to the issuance of this license contingent upon compliance with the property use agreement between the city and the Glassbox Paddle Club. That's basically saying that they're going along with it with some conditions, contingent upon some conditions with the PUA.
Thank you, Mr. Camacho.
You're welcome.
Are there any other questions? Any other questions? All right, Mrs. Carter.
Madam Chair, I would have nothing further. We would respectfully request that the board grant this license subject to the execution of the PUA and providing the board with all of the required documentation, including the use and occupancy permit.
All right. Thank you. Since we have no more questions, may I have a motion?
This is Commissioner Camacho. I move to grant the new Class D beer and wine for trading as Glass Box Paddle Club.
This is Commissioner Norman. I'll second the motion to grant the Class D beer and wine license to Glass Box Paddle Club.
All right. Is there a question regarding the motion? Hearing none, let's vote. All right, Commissioner Sparkman.
Aye.
Commissioner Camacho.
Aye.
Commissioner Norman.
Aye.
Commissioner Smith.
Aye.
And chair votes aye. The motion to grant the new Class D beer and wine license to Glass Box Paddle Club passes. Thank you.
Thank you all so much.
All right, Mr. Director.
Madam Chair, one of the commissioners is asking for a 5-minute recess before we get into the competition. The time now is 12:07. If I could just get everybody back by 12:13, and you can stop the recording and we'll restart.
All right, thank you. 12:13, everyone.